Imagine a classic American icon returning with a completely new attitude. The 2027 Chevrolet Bel Air is the kind of car that makes you stop, look twice, and wonder how the past could have been rewritten for the future. If Chevrolet truly brings the Bel Air name back for 2027, this would not simply be another new vehicle. It would be a statement about American design, comfort, and the emotional power of a legendary badge. Welcome to Prime Car Culture, where today we are taking a detailed look at what a modern Bel Air could deliver, from its dramatic exterior presence and carefully finished cabin to its expected power, technology, and everyday character. The first impression is all about proportion. A modern Bel Air would need to look unmistakably American without becoming a copy of a 1950s original, and that means combining a long, confident body with clean surfaces, a low visual stance, and carefully controlled chrome or metallic detailing. The front end would be the centerpiece, designed to communicate confidence before the car even moves. A broad grille could sit between slim, sophisticated lighting elements, giving the car a recognizable face while preserving the elegant personality associated with the Bel Air name. Rather than relying on excessive decoration, the design could use precise lines, sculpted metal, and polished details to create a premium appearance that feels expensive from every direction. Up close, the grille would reveal the level of attention expected from a flagship-inspired Chevrolet. The pattern could combine traditional horizontal character with a contemporary geometric treatment, while a refined border would frame the opening and give the front fascia a strong visual signature. The Chevrolet emblem would sit proudly at the center, creating an immediate connection between heritage and modern identity. The headlights would take that idea further. Instead of the large round lamps associated with classic Bel Airs, a 2027 interpretation could use narrow LED units with a crisp daytime running light signature, giving the car a confident expression during daylight and a dramatic appearance after dark. Modern lighting would also improve visibility, while adaptive functions could automatically adjust the beam according to traffic and road conditions. Moving along the body, the Bel Air would have to balance elegance with presence. The side profile could feature a long hood, a spacious passenger compartment, a gently tapering roof, and a broad rear section that recalls the generous proportions of classic American cruisers without looking old-fashioned. The character line could run cleanly from the front fender toward the rear quarter, visually stretching the car and making its body appear lower and longer. Large alloy wheels would fill the arches with a confident stance. A premium wheel design could use a multi-spoke or turbine-inspired pattern, combining polished surfaces with darker inset areas for a sophisticated contrast. Beyond appearance, wheel size and tire design would need to support the Bel Air's mission of quiet cruising and controlled handling. At the center of each wheel, the Chevrolet branding would provide another small but important detail. Behind the wheels, a modern braking system would add confidence, with large rotors and carefully calibrated calipers helping the car remain composed during quick stops. The door handles could sit almost flush with the body, creating a smooth aerodynamic surface while still offering a satisfying mechanical feel when touched. If equipped with electronic release technology, the handles could extend automatically as the driver approaches, but the design would remain simple enough to preserve the timeless character of the car. The side mirrors would continue the clean theme, with integrated turn indicators, heating, and available blind spot monitoring. Their shape could be optimized to reduce wind noise, an important detail in a luxury-oriented cruiser. Every small surface would contribute to the impression that this is not just a retro-inspired automobile, but a modern vehicle built around the idea of effortless American grand touring. At the rear, the Bel Air could make its strongest connection to its heritage. A wide tail treatment, carefully shaped rear lamps, and a clean trunk design would create a distinctive silhouette. The taillights could use full LED technology, with a signature pattern visible from a distance and a precise glow at night. The rear fascia would remain elegant rather than overly aggressive, because the Bel Air should communicate confidence and sophistication instead of trying to imitate a sports car. If a combustion-powered version were offered, neatly integrated exhaust outlets could complete the lower section. These would ideally be designed as part of the bumper rather than appearing as an afterthought. A performance-oriented model could use a deeper exhaust note, while a comfort-focused version would prioritize quiet operation. At the center of the rear design, the Bel Air name and Chevrolet emblem would reinforce the car's identity. The emblem is more than decoration here. It is the visual bridge between Chevrolet's long history and a possible new generation of American luxury. Step inside, and the personality would change from dramatic to relaxing. The cabin should feel spacious, calm, and carefully assembled, with a dashboard designed around the driver while still giving passengers an impressive view of the surrounding technology. A wide digital display could stretch across the instrument panel, combining the driver's information with a central infotainment system in one cohesive layout. Instead of covering every surface with screens, Chevrolet could use a mix of digital technology and physical controls, making common functions easy to operate while driving. Materials would be crucial. Soft-touch surfaces, premium leather or leather-like upholstery, contrast stitching, brushed metal accents, and carefully finished trim could create the kind of atmosphere expected from a modern premium sedan. The dashboard could carry a subtle horizontal theme, visually increasing the sense of width. In front of the driver, a modern steering wheel would combine traditional Chevrolet familiarity with contemporary controls. The rim could be thick enough to feel substantial without becoming bulky, while multi-function buttons would provide access to audio, phone, cruise control, and driver assistance functions. Behind it, the digital instrument cluster could display speed, powertrain information, navigation guidance, safety alerts, and trip data in crisp graphics. Different layouts could allow the driver to prioritize traditional gauges, a navigation-focused view, or a minimalist display. The center infotainment screen would become the main gateway to connectivity. A responsive interface could provide wireless smartphone integration, navigation, audio streaming, vehicle settings, and available connected services. Voice control could reduce the need to reach for the screen, while over-the-air updates could keep software and selected vehicle functions current. Below the screen, the center console would provide a practical space for everyday driving. Depending on the powertrain, the controls could include a rotary selector, traditional gear lever, or electronic shifter, surrounded by storage, cup holders, wireless charging, and convenient connectivity ports. The front seats would be designed for long-distance comfort rather than simply looking impressive. Deep cushioning, adjustable lumbar support, heating, ventilation, and available massage functions could make the Bel Air particularly appealing for highway travel. The rear seats would benefit from the car's generous proportions, offering enough legroom for adults and a comfortable seating position. Door panels could combine soft surfaces, decorative trim, integrated lighting, and precisely fitted controls. The goal would be to make every door feel like part of the premium experience rather than a purely functional component. Details all count. Since a 2027 Chevrolet Bel Air Revival has no confirmed official price or complete production specification at this point, it would be misleading to present a single number as fact. If positioned as a premium flagship, however, the car could sit above mainstream Chevrolet sedans and compete for buyers who want a distinctive American alternative to established luxury models. A broader lineup could include an entry model focused on comfort, a better-equipped touring version, and a performance model with stronger power and upgraded chassis hardware. The most important thing would be value. Buyers would expect a memorable design, advanced technology, strong materials, useful space, and an ownership experience that feels special without becoming unnecessarily complicated. From the first glance at the grille to the final glow of the rear lamps, the 2027 Bel Air concept represents an intriguing question for Chevrolet. Can one of America's most recognizable names return without losing the character that made it famous? The answer would depend on execution, because nostalgia alone cannot carry a modern vehicle. The car would need to respect the past while being completely comfortable in the future. That means clean design instead of exaggerated retro styling, technology that is useful rather than distracting, performance that feels effortless, and an interior that makes every journey feel important. If Chevrolet could achieve that balance, the Bel Air could become more than a tribute. It could become a modern American grand tourer with an identity that no ordinary crossover or sedan could easily duplicate. For enthusiasts, the appeal would be obvious. A familiar name, a fresh silhouette, modern engineering, and the possibility of genuine rear-wheel drive-inspired character or an advanced electrified alternative. For everyday drivers, the attraction would be the comfort, technology, space, and confidence. And for anyone who remembers what the Bel Air name represents, there would be something even more powerful, the feeling that an important piece of American automotive history might have found a new way forward. As we close this look at the possible 2027 Chevrolet Bel Air, remember that the final specifications, engine choices, dimensions, features, and pricing would need to come directly from Chevrolet before they can be treated as official. But as a vision of what a modern Bel Air could become, the idea is compelling, elegant without being fragile, powerful without being excessive, luxurious without losing its American character, and modern without forgetting where the name came from. If Chevrolet decides to bring this legendary badge back, it will have an opportunity to create a car that does more than move people from one place to another. It could create an experience, a conversation starter, and a new chapter in the story of one of America's most memorable automotive names. This is prime car culture, and if the Bel Air returns, the road ahead could be one of the most fascinating comebacks in modern American automotive design. Until the next drive, keep your eyes on the road, keep your passion for cars alive, and remember that the best automotive stories are often the ones that connect yesterday's legends with tomorrow's possibilities.